2, action.
Eric Byers.
Maria Belichick. When we started the first class, we first talked about whips. We talked about a couple fundamentals of how we do this whip concept here. So bring my follower together for 1 towards me down the slot, and then I rotate on 2. Followers on 2, they are thinking north and south here, boom, instead of east and west, because I don't want this connection to change from where I feel here on count 2 to 3 and 4. That connection is going to be changing. So I want that connection to feel like I wanted to here, so I have this connection for 3 or 4 when I go around. Leaders, we talked about moving backwards with our followers here, and then allowing this stretch here to move our follower down the slot. So if I'm moving, I'm gonna do it this direction real quick. If I do this 1, 2, I'm thinking 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then my 3 and 4 is gonna change my direction down the slot. That keeps our follower moving one direction until something changes their direction, which is me stepping across the slot, and leaders, that keeps us from doing this and cutting off our followers from moving back there. So 1, 2, I can move backwards, and then my triple step on the side allows that free flow motion to go to happen down there. Everything happens from this back, so I don't need this hand. So followers on count 2 or 3 or 4 here, you don't need to look for stretch in your right hand. Allow your body just to go back and stretch it to here, and we have this angle. Notice how her feet are angled here, so her hips and her shoulders are stacked over each other. We want to have that that action, that stretch back there, so I can lead everything from this hand and back. Move from there. We did a reverse whip from here, so we're 1, 2, taking our followers into this angle here. Leaders, I kind of stay on the side of the slot here for my 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then we eventually did this fold here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to make sure this hand goes down before it goes to small over back. I pick this left hand up when I'm stepping across the slot. 4 and 5, and allowing that stretch to move there. Give you a bonus move here that we did not do. Boom, catching here, and then I'm placing this hand on the shoulder and letting my follower come up underneath and walk out of there. Do it from this angle, it's a little easier. Catch, and then my follower can walk out of there. Side pass. Yep.
Creative communication. So we were talking about frame and about finding balance in the tone, that it's not stiff but it's not too loose, right? So, and we worked on compression specifically. So we were doing exercises 5 feet apart, shifting weight forward and away from each other, and finding like how much I can move my elbow without like going too close to my partner, but without being too stiff. Making sure that I'm not making my wrists tensed there. And then we did sugar push, trying to change the shape. So we caught connection a little earlier, and then we shaped it the way we wanted. We did variation with 90 degrees turn. And then we did multiple versions of this situation. So followers were pushing leaders. We were not really pushing leaders, but shifting our weight, so shifting the chest forward. Then followers were moving away from leader, 5 and 6. And the fun variation was turns.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that hand change too. We did sugar push, talk about these 3 different hand changes. We did 1 over the top here, while I'm swooping up under, keeping contact with here, or this one going behind my back, I'm reaching for this elbow and letting the hand slide down, or stay in front, reach for the elbow, poof, and then let that hand slide down to the right connection before we went to the reverse whip. Yep, that's it.
And we have DJ CJ.
Yes, CJ is on deck to DJ about the social dance, snacks and beverages complimentary. Also, special thanks to Eric and Maria for coming out to teach. They are also traveling to the Open Swing Dance Championships next weekend, and they will be performing their routine around 5 p.m. So please stick around and watch that. It'll be a great show. Cool. Also, one favor, can I get a group picture of the workshop?